Oye, te habla tío Sabio Vega. This is Sabio Vega and you watching True Heel Hit a mi manera o pa' la calle.
Hello. It is me, the new media Forbidden Door, SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for AEWramble episode 54, Undisputed Betrayal. We are here to discuss the August 3rd, 2022 edition of AEW Dynamite. I am here with the man of 45,000 subscribers, the man you go to for your TV and movie reviews, as well as the man you go to for your Tony Khan criticisms. He is the birthday boy himself, Jimmy Macram.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be nice for the next 12 months. I made a concerted effort last night. I didn't yell at anybody last night. I'm gonna be nice. I promise.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to you.
Some of you are gonna be confused. It is the only version black people sing of Happy Birthday.
Yeah. We don't know any other version. We be acting all weird when people sing like Happy Birthday. See, I can't even say it. Like, Happy birthday to you. I be looking at people like, what we doing? What we doing? I be feeling like Diddy and I have to scream, remix, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And then I always hit the bridge. People forget, people try to stop before the bridge, and I'll be like, happy birthday. You gotta hit the bridge. Great. Very happy to be with you the day after your birthday. And Tony Khan gave you a gift, a Dynamite. He gave you a Dynamite. He didn't even give it a special name. He was like, I know Jimmy's annoyed by my special names for it, so I'm gonna schedule it the week after his birthday.
Yes, just a regular ass Dynamite. Thank you, sir. Like, it's a special edition next week. It's always a special edition. Would you stop?
Every other show is a special edition. We got CM here with us saying happy belated Jimmy. See, she's looking out for her client. We got the Negro Buck, Nick Jackson. Yes, I talked to Romeo, and I was like, we gotta get a new intro. I had to do the extra work of doing the pictures and stuff for the show this week because I had to let Romeo focus on making a new intro. And yes, Nick Jackson is a part of our intro because he's become pretty much our third guest who makes sure, we have our Jimmy disclaimers.
Not anymore. I'm being completely clean the rest of the show. Rest of them. We'll see what happens. Never mind.
You said 12 months. That was the rest of the show. You've already gone back. But yes, Nick Jackson saying, wow, man, I appreciate you guys putting me in the intro. Of course. We had to. Nick Jackson says, happy birthday, Jimmy. Great title for this episode, by the way. For 1 week, because it was Jimmy's birthday yesterday. I did the title. So thank you for that. I did the title. He's done 52 out of 54 titles for this show, so I could take 2 weeks to do the title. We got CM. He says no. We both saying maybe that's an up north thing. What? An up north thing? Oh, maybe. Yeah, sure. Right. It's true. Well, I guess we're up north. I guess New York is up north. Annika says that should be a requirement for True Hill Heat game fam to know the Stevie Wonder version of Happy Birthday. I agree. It should be. It should be.
Even if you can't sing, you gotta sing it.
Gotta sing the Stevie Wonder version. That's the best version. But yes, we're gonna get into some AEW Dynamite from last night, August 3rd, 2022. We do like to address some news that has happened during the week. Not too much AEW news outside the new video game, AEW Fight Forever. They released the cover for it and some gameplay. But the thing I wanted to ask Jimmy about is the other news from yesterday. I'm not going to ask about the video game. I know you're not going to get it.
I mean, I heard it looked terrible. That's what I heard.
I mean, to each his own. It looked
that means look terrible. Thank you. Appreciate the
it's an arcade. It looks
like arcade. You know what? Each his own. Young company. There's only 3 years old. Oh, thank you. So all I need to know. It looks awful. Gotcha.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I did not say that, ladies and gentlemen. But Tony Khan taking a little memo from us. He watches AEWramble, obviously. And he is actually promoted some people within talent relations. He's given Sanjay Dutt the role of kind of producing for backstage and being in control of the producers. He's given QT Marshall more control as far as like dealing with talent and communicating with talent. Christopher Daniels is still the manager of the talent relations department. Tony Schiavone has an increased role in talent relations, and they hired Madison Rain as a coach for the women's division. So what do you think about taking a memo of Tony Khan not having to do 101 jobs because he's so full of himself, he thinks he can do 101 jobs, and actually giving some more jobs to people in talent relations?
And all those promotions, I didn't hear one for Booker, so I'm not as excited as maybe you all are. However, maybe the problem has been he's just stretched too thin, and therefore he has no room in his brain for creativity. Maybe he's just not a very creative or talented person. Just a thought. Just a thought. I didn't say he wasn't. I just said consider it. I like that. If we're gonna stay Booker anyway, yes, hire as many people as possible to do better jobs because it's not very good.
Yeah, after the whole Jonathan Gresham thing, it hasn't looked good.
Let's say, no offense, out of all two you mentioned, I probably love him the most, or at least have the biggest connection to him. I think I'd probably fire Christopher Daniels because the only person I know has done a good job. I know he hasn't. Sorry.
That is fair. See, I'm mentioning this merger and all the cuts is stupid as fuck. And Nick Jackson, I almost called him Nick Khan. He says, "Fuck this Warner Discovery merger ruining HBO Max." I haven't heard too much about it. I've been seeing people saying it's ruining HBO Max, and I swear to God, I will hunt down people from Warner Brothers Discovery if they do anything to cancel the Degrassi reboot. I will hunt people down. I swear.
I know that they canceled Batgirl, which I wasn't looking too forward to, but you finished the movie, you might as well put it out. And what was the other one? They're talking about shutting down HBO Max at some point.
Wow,
that's concerning.
That is concerning. Because wait, Peacemaker, already? Come on, what? Are you kidding me? Peacemaker?
Let's say that's the only thing I care about. I need Peacemaker.
Absolutely, like that's our favorite show. Oh great. No, don't tell me this. Chill. They cut Degrassi down. I'm hunting people down. I swear to God, I'm hunting people down, and I will hurt someone. I'm gonna confirm the news before I outrage. I'm gonna do a whole video on it and everything. Look out for that. Annika saying Triple H is in charge. It's time for TK to shape up and fly right. I mean, the past 2 weeks since Triple H became, it's been more focused on AEW. That's all we can ask for sometimes, is at least focus on your home product. Stop dealing with Ring of Honor. Stop dealing with New Japan. Focus on your shit. And he's been doing that since Triple H became in charge.
See, we spoke this into existence. I asked all of you a couple weeks ago, is North American booking that bad? And you all collectively said yes. And then the wrestling gods helped me. So now I have to deal with how great Tony Khan is, because you'll see an actual booker show you how things are done. Somebody who doesn't mind. That's the thing. That's keep it clean. We're gonna keep it clean, at least to the rest of the show. Triple H. Remember what's the guy he used to work with? Ryan Ward, that's his name?
Ryan Ward, yes.
He did not mind Ryan Ward doing the dirty work while he just took all the credit. Because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Tony Khan, you can hire somebody to still take the credit. Just hire somebody competent. You can take the credit. Who cares? I'm sure Triple H just sit down and write that fucking Raw. Why would he? I got bigger things to do. But who cares? I get the credit anyway.
Exactly. He get the Triple H. He's been having he's been farting roses over the past week. Like people, I criticized one or two things about SummerSlam. People were like, "Oh my god, that wasn't Triple H. That was Vince's plan that he had to play out." I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that, Skip Bayless. Don't give him credit for everything good, and don't give him no credit for everything bad. I learned that from Jimmy with Tony Khan. You gotta give equal amount of credit for the bad shit and the good shit.
Was some good? I heard
it was. The thing with WWE pay-per-views is if it has a good to great beginning and a good to great ending, it doesn't matter what shit. And it was shit that they gave us in the middle. Right. People come out of it feeling like it's the best show that they've ever seen. So it had a great beginning and it had a great ending. So yeah, it was a good show.
Okay, I don't seem all that sold, but fair enough. I'll take it.
Hey, I'll tell you about NXT later. We'll get a super chat and I'll tell you about NXT because
you better not ruin NXT. I'm here for fucking all the outrageous shit that happens on NXT.
People seem to love me telling you about NXT. That seems to be a new thing. Let's go through a super chat donation before we actually get into the show, because you guys are donating a lot early, and I appreciate that. Keep those coming. That's the best way to have your comment highlighted on screen, as well as support the channel. We got Kid Get Money with a super chat donation who says, "Happy birthday. Thank you for always reminding us how big of marks we are." So, Jimmy, they're showing you love, Jimmy.
Well, I hope the money goes to a worthy cause. No AEW t-shirts.
I got my Kenny shirt. Already.
None of my money should go into fucking Tony Khan's pocket.
I agree. Kid Get Money with another super chat donation. Thank you so much, Kid Get Money. We appreciate it. He says Wrestle Talk canceled their best show, so now I'm subscribed to True Heel Sports. Jags versus Raiders tonight. # Go Jags. # Duval. Thank you, Kid Get Money. We appreciate you subscribing.
What did they cancel?
They canceled me and Sat's show reviewing NXT because no one likes NXT. Like we've been telling you for weeks.
Well, I'm gonna tell me lose something.
Yeah, I'm still working with Wrestle Talk, just not on the camera. I got more time to do True Hill Heat, more time to do Jimmy's channel, so I'm all good in the hood. Don't worry, I got time to fill. I got time to fill now. We got shows to watch, and we need you over on True Hill Heat Sports, Jimmy. We got basketball
what?
To start.
Talk about Westbrook. I can do that for days. Talk about the Lakers crumbling in front of our very eyes after they signed LeBron James. After I told you what was going to happen, he fucking take a championship and gut your fucking team. We can talk about that.
Hey, we got a championship. Right. We got a championship. That's all that matters.
Mickey Mouse ring. Feel free.
Stop it. Don't do that, Skip Bayless. A ring is a ring. A win is a win.
I agree.
Skip Bayless out here. And then finally, we got a super chat donation from ALW, the number one, Alan Weinstein, the head Jew of our class, saying SP3 and Big Jim, good day, fine sirs. Hope all is well. Thank you for all of the quality content. Thank you so much to you guys. You guys donating big for AEWramble. We appreciate that. And yes, I need confirmation. I need someone to send me a DM or something to tell it. Please don't tell me this is real. I don't know. I believe Ari supremacy. I'm trying to find out if Degrassi really got canceled, because I'm gonna have a convulsion. I'm really irritated now. All right, let's talk about AEW Dynamite from last night, August 3rd, 2022, from Columbus, Ohio. As usual, Jimmy, what did you think about the crowd last night?
I thought it was a great crowd, especially considering the fucking sort of nonsense they had to sit through. I thought it was a great crowd.
Really good crowd. I agree. They were hot for a lot of things, including the opening contest, which was Orange Cassidy going one-on-one with Jay Lethal. Orange Cassidy got a big response from the fans here. Lethal, I loved him on his entrance. He ripped up a fan's sign on the way to the ring, which made me laugh. The little things in life make me laugh. Both men trade arm drags to start off, but Orange punk fakes Lethal on another and puts his hands in his pocket. OC drop kicks Lethal to the floor, and he starts giving him the lazy kicks up the ramp until Satam Singh comes down to distract. This gives Lethal a chance to regain control. Singh is then confronted on the stage by the best friends, but I thought they were the Little Rascals doing the tall person bit from the Little Rascals movie before Sanjay Dutt brings Singh to the back. Lethal starts working over OC's ankle. He places it behind the steel steps and delivers a sliding drop kick to cause more damage. OC attempts to make a comeback. He goes to the top rope, but Lethal cuts him off. He hits an avalanche dragon screw and follows with the figure four. However, Cassidy makes it to the ropes. Orange reverses a suplex into the stun dog millionaire. Then Lethal reverses the tornado DDT into the lethal combination for a 2 count. Jay goes to the top rope for Hail to the King. OC does his slowly rolling across the ring before posing. He goats Lethal into the corner and eventually fights him off the top rope. OC follows with a diving DDT and then a tornado DDT for a good near fall. OC looks for the orange punch, but the damage to the leg affects him. Lethal signals for the powerbomb symphony, trying to get under the skin of Wardlow, but OC reverses into the beach break for a near fall. He goes for the orange punch twice more, but Lethal goes after the knee each time. The second time he hits a kick to the knee and then follows with the lethal injection for the win. I thought this was a good opener with Lethal getting a big win to end his losing streak since ROH Death Before Dishonor. Post-match, Sanjay Dutt and Satam Singh come down. Sanjay Dutt does a fake interview bit with Jay Lethal, asking him about Wardlow. Lethal says that Wardlow stuck his nose in their business because he wanted to protect his new friend, Orange Cassidy. Lethal says if he wants to protect him, then Lethal says he will put OC in a figure four and break his leg. When Lethal goes for the hold, first best friends come out, and then Wardlow comes down to make the save. Sanjay Dutt then gets on the mic and says, since Wardlow wants to do this now, he should put his TNT championship up for grabs against Lethal at Battle of the Belts on Saturday. And Wardlow, why he continues to do this, but he says, Columbus, Ohio, welcome to Wardlow's world. He says it doesn't matter what day, what city, he will beat Lethal's ass. So it's official. Wardlow versus Jay Lethal at Battle of the Belts 3 on Saturday. Jimmy, what did you think about the match and the post-match here?
Match was really good. I enjoyed it. Orange Cassidy is always fun when he's used properly. By the way, this is a real quote from him where he said he's underrated as a wrestler.
Yes.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that his gimmick overshadows his wrestling? Whose fault is that, sir? How dare you?
He's too good.
How dare he? It's fucking outrageous.
He's too good.
OJ saying I'm underrated as a football player. Whose fault is that, sir? It's not my fault.
He's too good at the gimmick.
Huh?
The gimmick is too good. That's why he's overrated. He's underrated.
Collect your paycheck and shut up. Collect your paycheck and one day people will come around, maybe, sir.
No.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
All right, fuck it. I'll start anew after the show's over. I'll be nice for the rest of the year after the show's over.
That's fair.
Match was good. I gotta be honest. I was hoping for more from the Trent after he came back, but he's kind of back into his usual best friends thing, which is fun. Hey, just have fun before you get released. It's cool. About another year of this. And come on now. The Dark Order has been chopped in half. Their time is coming. I'm sorry.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
Am I
We're
wrong?
not gonna be predicting someone losing their job. No.
The pandemic is over. You can lose your job.
We ain't doing that. Will you stop? Series.
Match was good. I'm glad Jay Lethal won. Obviously, the right person to win. It was fun. As for the finish, the Wardlow stuff, I have a question. What is Satnam Singh for? Besides getting into India, what does he actually do?
I was thinking he is like the muscle, but he does nothing to be the muscle.
At all. Remember when they put the heels together and everybody was like, all you have now is 3 different sized shooting guards? That's how I feel with fucking Satnam Singh. All you have is 3 different shaded and sized Jay Lethals. All run away when something happens. All say goofy shit. Like, what is the whole point of Satnam Singh? He's gigantic and Wardlow comes down. It's time to go? Really? Oh, boo. Boo. And
I mean, we couldn't even get a stare down between them. Like, I thought that was the whole stick. Like, I thought the whole Lethal Samoa Joe thing was leading to Satnam Singh beating Joe for the ROH TV title, but that don't even seem like we're going that way.
He's really just there to fucking. Are Indians that impressed? That easily impressed? Like, oh, he looks like me. I'm not. And
he looks like me.
Will Chisholm, I gotta be honest. I had the exact same thought. I was like, I think Wardlow has turned me around on Roman Reigns ever turning face, because if this is what it would look like, that shit would look terrible. Ugh. It's only fun when you're getting booed.
It's true, yeah. But even with Roman Reigns, people cheer him now. We got a couple of comments to highlight here. Attica says we still doing Battle of the Belts. I do agree. After the first 2, I would say the same thing. But I would say this card is the best card they put together for one of these Battle of the Belts.
That's fucking, yeah, okay.
I mean, the bar's low, but at least they surpassed it. It's on the floor, but at least they hopped on over it.
Yes.
And EBB is joining us saying Excalibur with a BoJack Horseman reference on commentary. Wrestling has peaked. Everyone can stop wrestling. I have seen enough. It isn't getting better than that. Pack it up. Jimmy, watch BoJack.
That's hilarious. Oh, wait a minute, EBB! Wait a minute! I gotta give you your props. I have to give you props because last week, on the actual video we did that happens after the stream, you had the greatest comment of all time where you said, and I quote, Tony Khan is a good matchmaker, a shit storyteller, an average booker, and met a creative. I'd say you're still giving him too much credit, but yes, it was brilliant. Yes, exactly.
I love how you have slowly chipped away at EBB. It was like towards the end of Hangman's reign, you started chipping away at him, and eventually you got him on the side of good.
Tony Khan did that.
Depending on how you view it.
Tony Khan did that by ruining Hangman Page, which we'll talk about later, by the way.
Hey, this was the best thing Hangman has done, and we're going to talk about it a bit. First, before we get to that, footage of Hook defeating Ricky Starks for the FTW Championship is shown, and Taz teases that he will address this a little bit later. And then we had the segment of the show. The best segment on this goddamn show. The Undisputed Elite, they come out. They are all back together. They come down to the ring as a unit. Adam Cole gets on the mic and says, who's ready for story time with Adam Cole, baby? Cole says, it's been great to be back in the ring and be back with his friends. He informs the fans, though, that he still is not medically cleared. Cole says he has taken the time to think about what the Undisputed Elite needs to fix. Cole says that they have the chemistry, they have the talent, and the group is about loyalty, and they have that too. Cole came to AEW because of the Young Bucks. Loyalty is fighting alongside Red Dragon, who he's traveled around the world with. Loyalty is everything. Cole then brings up the Trios tournament. And Cole says, Matt and Nick, that he would love nothing more than the Undisputed Elite to win the trios tournament. He says, though, that if he is not medically cleared and Kyle O'Reilly is not yet medically cleared and you are not choosing Bobby Fish, I love that he just assumed they're not going to pick Bobby Fish. That was great. You cannot be in the trios tournament. Cole says, well, what I'm actually trying to say is that you won't physically be capable of competing in the trios tournament. And then Red Dragon attacks the Young Bucks from behind. Cole delivers a super kick to Matt Jackson. They beat down. They take out Brandon Cutler. You got this kid in the crowd. They got their Izzy. They got their Miz girl. They got their Miz girl, ladies and gentlemen. They did it. They got a Miz girl. This kid was crying. His name is Sawyer. He was okay afterwards, but Sawyer was heartbroken.
Throw this kid away. Get rid of this kid, sir. You can make another one.
Fans are shocked. They're crying in the crowd.
The fans are a loser.
Undisputed Elite place Matt's head in a steel chair, the same neck that he previously injured in the three-way where they lost the AEW World Tag Team titles. Cole climbs to the second rope, and it looks like he's about to Pillmanize his neck when Hangman Adam Page's music comes down. He comes down with a lead pipe. He chases the Undisputed Elite off and away. And then he turns to the Young Bucks. He looks at his former friends. He extends his hand to Matt Jackson and he pulls him up. The fans are on their feet. They are cheering for the reunion of the Young Bucks. But Hangman Adam Page walks away and the Young Bucks recover in the ring as the fans are excited about what's to come. What a segment. My favorite segment on this goddamn show. This was great. I love the storytelling. Love
storytelling. Oh my God.
Love the storytelling from the performers involved. This was great, but I know, Jimmy, you disagree.
Yes, this was fucking lame. Let me talk about all my personal biases first before I get to the actual technical problems. So I don't want to get them confused with people. Number one, personal problem. I will say long-term storytelling. All right, no more comments. I can't keep doing this to myself. I'm not gonna get upset. Relax. Let me talk about what we lose. I thought Hangman was gonna turn heel and be healed the Young Bucks. I'm talking about originally. This is what I wanted out of life. Okay. Because then Matt Jackson would stay the same. He's not good either way, so who cares? Nick Jackson's a great heel, which would have been awesome. And Hangman would have some direction, which would also be awesome. Instead, everybody's turning babyface. Matt Jackson, equally awful as babyface. Who cares? Nick Jackson, not as good as babyface. So boo. And Hangman's the same bum he's been for months. I'm not okay with this, and I'm not pleased. That's number one. Personal complaint. Second personal complaint, I might have been impressed with the shockingness of this, but I was spoiled by my own True Heel Heat channel. At 10:38, I go on YouTube, and the fucking headline is Adam Cole turns on the Young Bucks. Tune in at 105. What?
No.
How does that work?
I did not put this in the title until like this afternoon. So that wasn't me. It was on the Elite Heat. That's Romeo. I'm throwing the blame to Romeo. I'm like Tony Khan. The Romeo got 30 years of experience. You don't spoil anything in the title for your watch along. That doesn't make people want to watch the watch along if you're spoiling one of the biggest parts of the show. That's why I had to change the title to Undisputed Elite and Team Taz No More ? So at least there's some ambiguity. If Romeo's watching, this is a message to you. You got to put ambiguity in the watch along titles.
Sir, please. That should hurt. It's like, wow. I mean, I'm being over the top. This segment was fine. Let me ask you a question. Yes, fucking, you stupid fucking Mark. The segment was fine. It was that beatdown was weirdly timed. Like, it just felt odd.
You fucking Mark!
Was it? It's just me? Like,
what happened?
The beatdown was like weird. Like it wasn't.
Oh well, I think it was because they're not medically cleared.
So they're not
Cole and O'Reilly. So you couldn't have the Young Bucks like fight them back or fight them off.
I'm okay with none of that. I like the choke out, but then Matt Jackson has to stand like an idiot. He gets clipped, and then
that was Nick Jackson. Matt Jackson didn't stand there like. Well, yeah, that's true. Matt Jackson did stand there like an idiot while his brother's getting choked out.
He's choking my brother for. I love that. That's how somebody chokes my mom. Hey, how are you? What's that about?
What are you doing?
Overall, though, I thought the segment was but if it leads to Hangman having something to do, sure. Great for everybody
That's
involved.
What I'm here for.
Rest in peace to Nick Jackson.
That's what
what a
I'm
great heel that was.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for Hangman being here and having something to do. And yes, his parents did have butterfly patches. That was great. EBB saying, I'm just happy Hangman actually was on Dynamite. That pop. I feel Tony just doesn't want to book Hangman in other important feuds. In a vacuum, though, I couldn't help but love it. I loved it. And not even in a vacuum. In a vacuum. Overall, this was a great segment that had the fans on their feet.
Please explain to me how it was great.
The fans on their feet. Well, you had the payoff for what's been teased for months since Adam Cole tried to take control of the Elite. How is Adam Cole supposed to be the leader of Undisputed Elite? All this man has done outside of the Owen Hart tournament is lose, and how is he superseding Nick Jackson, who we all say is great, as the leader? Nick Jackson should be the leader. If
Nick
not
Jackson,
Nick Jackson,
then
Matt Jackson.
The leader of the Young Bucks.
So Matt Jackson should be the leader of the Elite. If Kenny Omega goes away, it needs to be one of the Young Bucks, one of the EVPs. That's the leader. Adam Cole was never the leader. This has been teased from the very beginning. He said, I'm going to handle things for you, Kenny, while you're gone. And Kenny was just like, no, I was talking to the Young Bucks. Like, he even said that from the beginning.
Listen.
So I was glad.
See? Okay, so you're the exact opposite. You like it not in a vacuum. In a vacuum, the segment stinks.
No, it doesn't.
It's just not. It's not well done. Adam Cole's promo was fine. The beatdown stinks. Like, isn't that the segment? That's the segment. In a vacuum, it's awful.
Nostra Dream, I think it is. Says long-term storytelling. Yes, agreed. I am enjoying myself again. If you ever gone to live shows, no one can say that WWE puts on a better live experience than AEW.
Thank you for exposing yourself, you fucking Mark. Take that beginning part seriously after that last second horse shit. Shut up. Enough out of you. I mean, welcome, sir. I'm glad you're here. I'm not sure if you're new. Welcome. I'm going to assume you're new because that's the first time I fucking got a headache from somebody said.
I mean, to be fair, for this is a review. So in a review, I can spoil stuff. Not in a watch along. Who's gonna watch a watch along if you tell them what happens during the watch along? Like, you have to, in a review, people should go into the review actually knowing what happened, or at least wanting to watch to find out what happened. So the title should have some type of result in it. That's the difference. I'm teaching title making 101 for YouTube. For a review of a wrestling show, it's okay to have a result like Adam Cole betrayed the Young Bucks. That's okay. For a watch along, no, you have to have some ambiguity, a question mark. Like, you see the SummerSlam watch along, I put 4 returns. I didn't say who returned. I said 4 returns so people watch the watch along and they can watch Romeo reacting to people returning. So they find out ambiguity.
You sound like Alex Jones. Alex Jones defended himself in court yesterday. Annika Wilson, yes, we needed part 2 of this fucking shitty story, but that's not how fucking Tony Khan books. The way you book is hint, event. It's not long-term storytelling. That's just fucking doing the same shit over and over again.
Long-term storytelling. I wish we would have got maybe Adam Cole, the Adam Cole segment where he was watching what happened last week. If we got it on this show earlier before the promo, then yeah. Then
Adam Cole with a threat. Like, get your shit together. We're a team. Are we a team or not? And they go, listen, we don't want to fight Hangman or whatever the fuck he say. We don't like Bobby Fish or whatever. And he goes, fine, I respect you guys' opinion. Then we get the fuck up next week because you fucking bums don't listen.
ABB says SP3 is just following the ways of AEW's YouTube titles. They be like, who returned and attacked Christian? That's great. That's great. That's great. That was a great shout. That comment made me bust out. Oh man. All right, but next up we went backstage. John Moxley talks about Chris Jericho and Wheeler Yuta tonight. He says that tonight the last survivor of the Heart Dungeon will face the first survivor of the Blackpool Combat Club. Mox says he doesn't care who he faces next week. Mox says he gets in the ring. He has no respect for who's across from the ring from him. It doesn't matter what day it is. He is relentless and will do anything to win. Mox says the best line on this show: when the Blackpool Combat Club is done, they will make the Heart Dungeon look like a daycare. They both know better when they step in the ring with Moxley. It's not a game. This man, Jimmy, knocks it out of the park every single time.
The best main event promo in the business, and has been for, I don't know, when did he first get the belt? A year and a half ago?
2 years ago.
2 years. The best main event promo for 2 years. He's been fantastic, and he hasn't missed.
Facts. Back from break, we see footage from earlier today where Tony Schiavone tries to interview Christian Cage. Then out of nowhere, we have reckless driver, Jungle Boy, sped up into the building. He almost runs down Cage. Security escorts Jungle Boy out of the building very quickly as Christian yells at him from a distance. Any thoughts?
This segment felt so unnecessary. It feels like Christian just walked into Tony Khan's office like, I just thought of 2 great lines, and I need an excuse to say it. He was like, fine, we'll come up with something. That was hilarious. You know, he first he says he was raised by 2 bad parents. And then he goes, he brought up my personal life. I would never do that.
That was great. My personal life. I would never do something like that. Who does that? Next we had, I had to look at my watch, Jimmy, when this happened. I was like, wait, it's 8:30. What is going on here? Thunderstorm versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter was next. This is the earliest a women's match has been on this show in what feels like months. Rosa has a sandbagging since 2014 shirt. I thought that was funny. Own it. Yes. Yeah. Own it, sister. Just own it. Thunder Rosa and
Britt Baker start. God damn.
She does look awesome. Britt Baker start the match, and the crowd was into it. Immediately when you put in the best women's feud in the ring, immediately the crowd was into this. When it started off with Rosa and Baker, they immediately start brawling. Storm and Hayter also get in the ring for a short brawl. Rosa gets the better of Baker, so Britt tags out to Jamie. Rosa hits a sliding drop kick against the ropes on Hayter and tags out to Tony. Thunderstorm works over Hayter in their corner. They hit some nice double team offense, ending with a poetry in motion drop kick by Rosa. After distraction from Baker, Hayter hits a stiff forearm on Rosa to give the heels control. Hayter hits nice running knees in the corner to give Baker a near fall on Rosa. Back from break, Rosa fights off Baker, but Britt tags in Hayter, who goes for the Rainmaker. However, Rosa reverses into a stunner and hot tags Storm in. Tony hits a diving crossbody on Jamie for 2. Storm then hits a tornado DDT off the apron to the floor on Baker. Tony hits another crossbody on Jamie and follows up with the Alabama Slam for 2. That
wasn't Alabama Slam. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, it was a gentle put her on the floor. A double A takedown, I guess. Hayter reverses the double suplex into a one-person suplex. I was like, yo, they are showing out for Hayter in this match. Thunderstorm goes for the Spike Fire Thunder Driver, but Rebel gets on the apron for a distraction. Baker then rakes Rosa's eyes and throws her out of the ring and hits an avalanche air raid crash on Storm. Hayter then hits a lariat, and Baker follows up with a curb stomp. On the cover, Hayter only gets a 2 before Rosa comes out of nowhere off the top rope with a double foot stomp. We get a Yes, then we get great camera work as well. We get a center ring stare down between Rosa and Baker. The crowd was fired up for this before they trade strikes. The exchange ends with Britt hitting an air raid crash on Rosa. Storm hits a tornado DDT on Britt, but Hayter hits an Irish curse backbreaker on Tony. Thunderstorm hit stereo German suplexes on both Baker and Hayter. Then Rosa hits a sliding drop kick while Storm hits her hip attacks on both ladies. She starts going on a hip attack blitz, which hurts my neck every single time. But Britt finally pulls Rosa into the way of one of the hip attacks, and Hayter hits her ripcord lariat, the Rainmaker, for the win on Tony. Really good tag team bout that had a hot crowd that reacted and made this match even better, and a testament. Put the women on earlier, Tony. You get stuff like this. These four ladies showed out in, I would say, one of the best women's matches on Dynamite in what feels like since the last tag team matchup Britt and Hayter had on Dynamite. What did you think about this one, Jimmy?
I think this was the Triple H booking in effect, because he littered the Raw of women, because Triple H is not a sexist moron. And Tony Khan responded in kind by giving him an earlier time. You know what? Not as good, but fuck it. I guess we'll take it. I thought the match was really good. Fire. You know what? I gotta be honest, it might have been a match of the night now I think about it. Close enough. I thought everybody was great. I thought Jamie Hayter was easily the best part of this fucking match. She is not only splendid to look at, but I had a point and I just started thinking about it. Focus.
You started thinking about why it's so splendid to look at.
Yeah, she's not only splendid to look at, but she's very talented. She's impossibly strong, and she feels fresh. This should no doubt lead to their breaking up, since they appear to not want to turn Go Baker babyface. No, stop it. EBB, no, it won't. No.
I hope so, because this was right after the hot angle with the Undisputed Elite, so I'm hoping that people tuned in for this or stayed with the show during this, so it makes Tony be like, oh, well, it worked out in the ratings, got to put them in the first hour again.
Yeah, here's hoping. They don't. I hope this leads to Hayter taking the belt and then Goldberg getting jealous. But either way, if we get fucking her costing Jamie the belt or something like that, I guess I'll be fine with it. As long as Hayter keeps this push going. I don't ask for much.
No, EBB, don't do that. Don't do that. Do not give me credit, because Jimmy knows who was the first person you heard of the idea for the Fatal 4-Way from.
That was your yes.
Thank you. Like, don't say few people are saying. Say SP3 said this. You watch every single week, EBB. I'm not going to treat you like you a novice and don't watch our show you watch it every single week. You leave comments in the live chat. You leave comments in the comment section. Jimmy gave you credit earlier. Now I'm taking the credit away because you did not give few people saying that. And it's me that said it first. Jesus. Roxy says this match gives me hope for a women's tag team.
No women's belts. No more. No, first of all, no more fucking belts in this fucking company ever. That's number one. And number two, no women's tag belts. We need to get rid of one of those two belts they have right fucking now. No women's belts so we learn how to book something properly. No.
She also says, I think Jimmy is in love with Hayter.
Yes.
Roxy also leaves us a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Roxy. We definitely appreciate that. With a good question, who do you guys think Mox will defend title against at All Out, assuming he beats Jericho, which is most likely?
I don't know what Punk is, but that feels like the obvious one, especially since he's been calling it the championship instead of the interim championship. I hope so. Plus, Moxley has a style where you don't have to do a lot of overly risk-taking maneuvers. As much as fucking people think of Moxley as extra stiff, he isn't. It's kind of song and dance with blood and fucking biting and clawing, shit that you can just do.
He's going to take a headlock and start bleeding, so it's going to be all about the blood after that. Punk don't need to do no springboard clotheslines or anything that got him injured before in that. We got Nick Jackson also bringing up Hayter versus Rosa is going to slap. That's made official for Battle of the Belts 3.
Really sad about that, because if it was later,
Come on, there's 2 matches you want to see from that show. You want to see Claudio versus Takeshita, and you want to see Rosa versus Hayter.
Yes, but if this was at All Out, I think Hayter would have a chance. Since it's at Battle of the Belts, this feels like a loss and like kind of an easy one. So, not well.
Hey, as long as she stays in contention and we get our fatal 4-way, I think that's after this tag match, I think that's the biggest, audition that this needs to be the match at All Out, a fatal 4-way. And yes, thank you so much, Roxy, for that super chat donation. Keep those coming in. We always appreciate that. It helps out the channel so much, and it helps you get your comment highlighted on screen. Even though EBB, we've been highlighted a lot because he said this is my first time watching this. Who are you people? The fuck?
Fair enough.
Oh, Jesus. We also got Nick Jackson who says Romeo had a good thought that it could be Mox versus Kenny if Punk isn't cleared. No, that's not a good. No, that's the same thing. An injured person coming back. It should be if the only injured person coming back for a title match should be the champion, Punk.
As long as you don't put the belt on Kenny, you can do whatever you want.
I guess so. And we also got Eddie Guerrero in the live chat with us. So thank you, Eddie, from Beyond the Grave.
Ooga booga. The hell? All right.
I don't know. There's weird people out there. But yes. Next up, we get a vignette about America's favorite couple, Sammy Guevara and Ty Conte, about them getting married this week. This is interrupted by Eddie Kingston, who says, nobody cares. Kingston informs Sammy that he received the contract and he signed it. He then says that the match is for All Out, so Sammy better open his mail and sign the deal.
To be honest.
Looking forward to Eddie versus Sammy?
I am, strangely. Because I love Eddie, quite frankly. Anything he wants to do, I'm down for it. And number 2, and maybe more importantly, am I the only person that can't boo Ty Conte? I don't see her as a heel. She doesn't strike me as it. I just don't buy it. She's too adorable.
It's only when she stands next to Sammy that people boo her.
Yeah, just because we hate whatever. Anyway, Eddie is awesome. Eddie and Sammy should be fine. So we have to reconsider these pillars, by the way, because they're not. None of them. None of the 4 are even pillars anymore. MJF has been off TV for God knows how long, and it's still the only pillar left. How do you do that? Where do you do that at? Like, come on.
Where they do that at, Skip? We see footage from last week when Powerhouse Hobbs turned on Ricky Starks, and Taz goes off on commentary. He says, I didn't authorize any of this. I didn't authorize Ricky's challenge. I didn't authorize Hook accepting. I didn't authorize Hook winning. I didn't authorize Powerhouse Hobbs turning on Ricky Starks. So he says from here on out, Team Taz is no more after what happened last week. He wishes all 3 men the best of luck, but he's done.
I told you
your wish,
last
Jimmy.
week. You didn't want to listen.
You got it.
And to be fair, I give you credit. It's a great ending.
That was a great, yeah. The middle portion, the beginning and the end. That's all that matters sometimes.
Right. Cash was like, shouldn't Hook have come out and did? I'm like, when was the last time you seen all 3 of them together? They're not a team. They're just not. It is what it is. And it's worked for me. And to be fair, I've forgotten how good Taz is at fucking being a badass. Even as a badass dad here, it felt like, we're all in trouble. I'm done. I'm finished. I was like, holy shit.
I'm done with this shit.
Awesome.
I loved it. Next, we had Powerhouse Hobbs with a new remix version of his song, new presentation for him. He came out from like the Cody Vader entrance. Love that. And he comes out and he utterly destroys Ren Jones.
Some Negro. All these white guys
Jones.
on Dark, we got to pull some Negro out to fucking have him beat him. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Got to have the Mandingo fight. Even the referee was black. Oh, fuck you.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I'm sorry. How many white bums on Dark? Why does he have to beat up the brother? Somebody explain to me. Come on, man.
Powerhouse Hobbs gets the win with the same clubbing blow that he hit on Starks to get last week. Post-match, Ricky Starks comes down to the ring. He jets to the ring. He sprinted his ass up there. He starts brawling with Hobbs. The referee tries to get in between the former partners, so Starks pushes him out their way, which leads to Hobbs hitting a spine buster on Ricky, and the crowd loved all of this.
Goddamn right.
Any thoughts?
Ricky Starks' huge pop coming out. Huge part when he was throwing fucking hands at Hobbs, and then he got his ass broke. It was awesome.
He got his ass beat. Got his ass beat.
It was awesome. I wish we could have got more of it though. Please, I'm not asking for much.
Everybody with the RIP Team Taz. We'll do a video, the Leave the Memories Alone video for Team Taz. we'll show the beginning and the end. Leave the memories alone. Don't change a thing.
I didn't sure. I'm just saying they want to keep all the brothers. They took the women's spot. You put all the brothers in one spot, in one match, in one fucking 1 minute match.
So bad. We get a vignette on Miro who talks to God about Malachi Black and how he is supposed to tell. How is he supposed to tell the difference between the devil and God? Miro says, "In the end, everyone reveals themselves, and the Redeemer will too."
How would you tell the difference between God and the devil? That's a good question. I mean.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
Well, I have figured it out. For any of you who are still there, I could give you some help. The simple answer is they're both made up, so it doesn't matter. There's that.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
That promo was good, as always. Miro's a great character.
As always for Miro. Next, we had another promo directed at House of Black. Back from break, we get Darby Allen cutting a promo while he's giving himself a tattoo. He talks about asking Tony Khan to hire Brody King. He says that King lied, saying that he doesn't need Darby's respect because he really needs everything from Allen, and that's why he is trying to make his name off of Darby. Allen finally it shows his tattoo, and it says the coffin drops on Brody on the palm of his hand, and he accepts Brody's challenge for a coffin match. It's confirmed that Darby Allen will face Brody King in a coffin match next Wednesday at Quake by the Lake.
Quake by the Lake is a horrific fucking name. Can we acknowledge this?
It's really bad. It's the worst name they've came up with.
It's like they found Muhammad Ali's fucking scrapbook, all the ones he didn't use. And they fucking grabbed that one.
I'm the Quake by the Lake.
He was like, nah, that stinks. And the dummy's like, I'll use it. Ugh. Thank you, Ninja Mortis.
There you
Don't
go.
let these people bully us.
Got your back. Welcome back, Hassan. People got your back. See? See, don't hate the faithless. Atticus is for deserved.
Well, I'm being nice. Sure. Okay. Whatever you say. I'm gonna treat you like my mom. Whenever she starts going off about her nonsense, I'd be like,
You got it, lady.
gotta provide, baby.
Christian Cage versus Matt Hardy was next. Matt Hardy immediately comes down to the ring. He starts brawling with Christian. Matt gets an early advantage and clears off the timekeeper's table to get some revenge for Luchasaurus putting him through a table at Christian's behest, but Christian fights him off. Matt bounces Cage's head off all three turnbuckles in the corner, then follows up with a pull-out powerbomb for a 2 count. Matt follows Christian to the floor, where Christian gets control by driving Matt into the steel steps. He follows with a running knee into Matt's head against the steel. Christian works over Matt's neck after this. He hits a diving headbutt off the top for a 2 count. Christian looks for his uppercut, but Hardy avoids it and hits the side effect for a 2. On the apron, Matt hits the side effect on the apron and once again goes for the timekeeper's table. He sets it up at ringside, goes for an elbow drop off the apron, but he crashes and burns after Christian moves. Christian then puts him in the ring, hits the kill switch for the win. Solid bout. It was just fine. Christian looked good, but Matt God damn it, Matt. You are looking more like how your brother was looking before. Post-match, Christian grabs 2 chairs under the ring. He sets up Hardy for the concerto. However, the music of Luchasaurus hits to distract Christian, leading to Jungle Boy coming out from the crowd in a hoodie. JB doesn't get his hands on Cage once again. He takes off the hoodie and he has a Christian is a pussy shirt on. Any thoughts on the match or the post-match here?
The match, listen, can I ask you a question? Between the Big Show, Mark Henry, and Matt Hardy, can we not agree that fucking MJF has all the right in the world to be absolutely furious?
Christian deserves the money. I'm sorry. After his few promos, he deserves his money.
That's still 3 other fucking people.
Oh, yeah. No, he has a point to be mad.
It's fucking egregious. And to be fair, Christian would have been on the list if it wasn't for a month ago. So, I'm just saying. I get to dummies trying to make this money work. Matt Hardy's one of the few that can go out there and actually earn it. But I don't need to see it. I don't. I definitely don't need to see Christian versus Matt Hardy ever. Match was fine.
Hey, I love the sign in the crowd that said, "I played this in No Mercy." That was great.
That is brilliant.
That's great.
Christian looked great. But one of them is taking significantly more care of their body, it looks like. Christian is in great shape, even for his age. Definitely for his age, even like for a regular fucking 25-year-old running around. Matt Hardy looks like a mess. Do something with your hair, sir. Fucking hit the gym. Isn't your wife hot? Why hasn't she left yet? Oh, you probably keep her pregnant. That's good. That's a good idea. I'm just saying. Like, come on, sir. Come on, sir. I know you got the bag. Fucking jumping on your brother's bandwagon, but at least earn some of it. Jesus.
Fair. Backstage, Tony Schiavone interviewed Daniel Garcia about the huge win over Bryan Danielson last week. Garcia says he submitted the American Dragon, so now he's the Dragon Slayer. He is the best technical sports entertainer in the world, and whenever Danielson's head is better, Garcia will submit him again. Any thoughts?
That was his best promo, I thought. Maybe ever. He was competent. He was quick. He was to the point. He wasn't too over the top. Good job. Keep it together.
He's been getting better with his promos since teaming up with Jericho, honestly.
He has. I still hate that main event from last week. I don't hate it, but
love it.
We don't need Jake Hager ever. Daniel Bryan's having a concussion. He's dying in the ring. I think Garcia can beat him.
Sure. Good point. We see footage from Pac's latest defense of the AEW All-Atlantic Championship against Connor Mills at Revolution Pro, where he's confronted by Kip Sabian wearing a box over his head, and they've revealed that that's Kip Sabian, even though he's been sitting in the crowd at AEW events for months, and they reveal it in a highlight package from Revolution Pro. What?
I wonder if they would try to work out something, and that wasn't actually him until recently, or like fucking here.
He's been teasing it on social media for months that it's him. But
then this is just dumb.
Yeah, it was dumb. That was dumb. I can agree with you. That's dumb. Ethan Page is in the ring and he has a live mic. Page says, "Why is Ethan Page not in the ring every single week?" We see Stokely Hathaway come down to the ring. Page says, "Ethan Page." I love that he's talking about himself in third person. Ethan Page deserves better. The fans cheer. So Ethan says, when Ethan Page's shirt goes on sale, they don't buy it. So why are they cheering? Ethan talks about them buying Orange Cassidy and CM Punk shirts. Page says every week that Ethan Page isn't on TV, they are losing out on money. He then finally realized that Stokely Hathaway is in the ring. So Hathaway asks for the mic and he says, "What are you doing?" He then whispers in Page's ear and hands Ethan Page his business card, and it looks like Ethan Page accepts as he walks off with Stokely Hathaway. What a picture. I love Stokely. Stokely got that smile that's just like, this muddy grubbing Negro.
I gotta be honest. I didn't know Stokely Hathaway before he came to AEW. And now I'm ready to fucking say he's on a Paul Heyman-like trajectory. Everything he does is hilarious. His promos are hilarious. His faces are hilarious. Him walking to the ring, it looks angry. I'm not sure what it is. Borderline disgusted. He's hilarious. Everything he does It's so good. It's so good. And Ethan Page get a push, which is a win.
And he's away from Dan Lambert. This is a win-win. This is one of the best upgrades AEW has done thus far. Is upgrading
his not worth the shit.
Yeah, he looked like he's recruited Lee Moriarty. He's with Jay Cargill and the baddies. Like Ethan Page, I don't think he needs a mouthpiece, but if this means him getting more profile because he's connected now to Jade Cargill, I'm all for it.
Ooh, I didn't consider that. That's so good. I'm sorry. And maybe they'll have like a more of a Punk Heyman thing where they both kind of talk. It'd be great.
Yes. Annika says, could Stokely be putting together a trio for the trios tournament? You got Lee, you got Ethan Page. Maybe there's someone else underutilized. Maybe when Scorpio comes back, he can get recruited.
They keep Scorpio away from Ethan Page.
That's true.
I don't need fucking that bum.
Agreed.
No offense. Scorpio, you're a really good wrestler, but good lord, you've had so many field gimmicks. Yeah.
Oh, backstage, Tony Schiavone interviews Anna, JAS, and 2.0 of the Jericho Appreciation Society. Daddy Magic says, "You know what makes my Daddy Magic's nipples hard? It's thinking about Chris Jericho winning the AEW World Title next week." Cool Hand Ange says that JAS keeps getting stronger and stronger, even with the addition of Anna JAS. Anna says she is the sexiest and the toughest. She would choke out Schiavone. She'll choke out the cameraman. She'll even choke out you. And then we go off camera where she is choking out a security member.
This was so bad, it was kind of good. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It was so bad, it was good. Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I thought. I'm sorry, Daddy. As soon as Daddy Magic starts talking, I'm like, this is a thumbs up segment for me. You know what makes Daddy Magic nipples hard.
It's like, sir, what the fuck are you on about? What kind of fucking eighth grade play is this?
He's Canadian trying to do an Italian accent. That's what he's saying.
They feel like fuck, what used to call him? Fucking Deuce and Domino. It's just
And then Quinn Edge with the knife.
This is awful. And I was like, you know what? Kind of great though.
I love them. I love 2.0. 2.0 might be the most like overachieving signing in AEW history.
Oh, easily.
They overachieved.
Shockingly so. Good job.
The Acclaimed versus a Gun Club in a dumpster match was next. On the stage, the Acclaimed attack Billy Gunn with a garbage can and throw him into the dumpster. They then lay out the Gun Club with a garbage can as well. And then Max Caster says to hit his music so he could cut his rap, where he says they will make the Gun Club retire like Vince McMahon. Thumbs up for the rap. Oh, he went there. The match starts. Gun Club gets an early control. They hit a double team power bomb on Anthony Bowen, shades of the New Age Outlaws from the dumpster match at WrestleMania 14 into the dumpster. Colton then hits backdrops Caster into the dumpster, but they are unable to close the lid. So the Acclaim nails them with trays. Back from break, Austin and Bowens are fighting on top of the dumpster when Austin throws Anthony off into 4 garbage cans. Bowens was taking all the bumps in this one for the Acclaimed. The fight moves up the entranceway. Gun Club sets up a table on the stage. Austin signals for an elbow drop and climbs up the entrance tunnel. Bowens fights off Colton, and then Caster climbs up the tunnel behind Austin. He launches him off into the dumpster, and then Caster hits the mic drop off the tunnel on Colton through the table. The Acclaim then place the Ass Boys into the dumpster to get the win in this one. This was pretty fun, in my opinion. I thought the Acclaimed, they're just very popular, and they just work as baby faces at this point. But not a very babyface move in the post-match, where they zip tied the dumpster with the Gun Club inside, and then push the dumpster off the goddamn stage. So the Ass Boys are now the Trash Boys. And the lack of concern from the announcers was appalling.
I can't blame them, though. I blame them from the top down. Top down. You've shown fucking that all this is fucking goofy. So who cares? It's just a goofy ass fucking match. They're fine. Who cares? Fuck them. Fuck them. I'm sorry. I hope fucking what you call. I'll be nice because I don't want to get in trouble. Because then they'll say that that's evil. You can't wish this thing on people, no matter how much they have racist people tattooed in their arms. Then there'll be a whole God conversation. Now I have to say there's no hell for me to go to. It'll be a whole thing. So instead of that, I'll just say everybody's fine. How's that? How is that? Though if one of the ass boys got hurt, I would say shit happens. We know which one I'm talking about.
Okay. So you didn't like the match?
The match was what it was. I enjoyed the rap. We got a Joe Biden and a Vince McMahon reference. How awesome is that? The match was what it was. Probably too long, much like the Christian Matt Hardy match. But whatever. Like what? Why is this on? How about a better question? Why is this on Dynamite?
Should have been on Rampage. Yes, I agree. But they want the first half to be on their main show, I guess. And at least with this match on the card, they took the women's spot. They took the 9:30 spot. So hey, give me a match like this every week so the women get the first hour.
I really hope the rating pops so we keep getting women in the first hour. By the way, did you see that Rampage rating? It's not even funny anymore. I can't even fucking say 12 viewers because we're actually getting close to that number.
Oof. We see footage of Manta Warner winning the Bunkhouse Battle Royal at Ric Flair's last match. He will now face Jon Moxley in an AEW Interim World Title Eliminator this Wednesday on Rampage. I can't wait for that. That should be a brawl, and I'm sure both men will bleed.
Sure, all
they sneeze.
You'll love it. You'll love the match.
I won't watch. It's a live Rampage. That's the difference. I think that every week it needs.
That's
to be
what
live.
it is.
It needs to
That's
be.
That's what it is. It's the fact that it's not live. How about because it's
does
better
ratings when it's live. It does better ratings when it's live.
Horseshit. How's that? This is fucking inconsequential nonsense.
Also on Rampage, we will get Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland versus Tony Nese and Josh Woods in a Friday night street fight.
Why? Because somebody attacks somebody from behind. It's a street fight. This is what I'm saying. You know what? You know what? Fuck it. Whatever you gotta do to increase the ratings, I guess. Do what you want. Fuck it.
Do what you gotta do.
Don't be a better rapper. Just put band-aids on it.
We then get a short vignette for Claudio Castagnoli versus Konosuke Takeshita for the ROH World Championship this Saturday at Battle of the Belts 3. Takeshita says he will get his first big win in AEW, while Claudio knows the challenge ahead of him and says he won't lose in his first defense.
Whatever. Roxy, I don't know if which one's the short one? Austin Gunn,
yeah.
I don't know if he's racist, but he has John Wayne tattooed in his arm, who's a known white supremacist. Though, a really fun actor. His movies are great, but yeah. As for Takeshita, shit. Fine. I will watch that because I do like. Every time I've seen him, he's been great.
He's been absolutely great.
He's a star.
I didn't see that. I saw Romeo saying that the dumpster landed on somebody's foot.
No,
and they
quickly cut it. I can't say no, but it didn't look like it looked like it was a piece of cardboard. Not actually somebody.
Yeah, it was a piece of cardboard. That's what I saw because I kept watching the replay of it and I was looking for it because he was like, oh, someone almost got amputated. I was like, why is nobody else talking about this then? And I had to keep looking at it, and no, you just over exaggerated it. Then also, yeah, Annika, I do agree. The last Rampage was real basic. It was basic as fuck.
That's a shame. Yeah. I mean, how could you guys have known? It's only been going downhill for months. How could you guys possibly know?
Fair. Chris Jericho versus Wheeler Yuta for the Quake by the Lake AEW Interim World Title shot. Yuta, of course, coming out with William Regal, while Chris Jericho comes out with the Jericho Appreciation Society's 2.0. So Claudio Castagnoli makes his entrance to come out to watch Wheeler's back. I do like how the Blackpool Combat Club is kind of structured. Like Regal is the connective tissue, but you got Claudio watching Yuta's back. Yuta's got his history with Moxley. Moxley views him like a little brother. You got the Moxley Danielson tag team. You got Danielson bringing in Claudio. I like how there's like this connective tissue with them.
Random question. What happened to all you fucking people who were saying that it was a great way to segue to the Eddie Claudio feud after that fucking War Games match? Where are y'all at? Where'd y'all go?
I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know what happened.
Yes, I do like
Jericho,
by the way. Yes, it's well done.
Jericho slaps Wheeler, so he responds by flicking Jericho in his injured nose to start things off. Early on, Kuhan Ange is caught holding on to Yuta's leg, so Aubrey Edwards kicks 2.0 from ringside. Castagnoli takes that as his cue to leave with them to make this a one-on-one matchup. Yuta has control until Jericho cuts him off on the top rope. Back from break, Yuta fights back, hits a diving clothesline off the top, and then a kip up. Both men go for a crossbody for a double down center ring. Yuta hits the rolling German suplexes and goes for a bridge on the third one for a near fall. Wheeler holds on, but Jericho reverses into the walls of Jericho. He reverses that into a roll up for two. Yuta. Wheeler then starts running wild. He hits 3 consecutive tope suicidas on the floor. He follows up with a crossbody for 2. Yuta then gets caught with a code breaker coming off the top rope for a 2 count. Wheeler regains control and applies the Regal stretch to a huge pop from the fans. Jericho crawls to get Floyd the Bat, and Aubrey takes it away from him. So Jericho uses that distraction to hit a low blow. He then goes for the Judas effect, but Wheeler reverses that into the seatbelt pin for a close 2 count. Then he eventually gets locked into not the walls of Jericho, but the goddamn lion tamer, and Wheeler Yuta has to submit. This was a pretty good main event. It was predictable, but solid work from both guys. A nice little up-and-comer versus veteran matchup. After the match, Jericho keeps on the lion tamer on Wheeler until John Moxley's music comes out. Moxley takes his goddamn time coming through the crowd to make the save. Eventually for Wheeler. Jericho gets on the mic though after the match, and he says that Moxley has awakened the monster, and that if Moxley wants the last survivor of Stu Hart's dungeon, then he will bring the Lionheart next week at Quake by the Lake, and he will stretch the shit out of him. And that's how we close the show. What did you think about the main event and the post match here?
Main event was fun. I don't know why I can't really buy into Wheeler Yuta. He's fun. He's fine. Maybe he needs to put on some weight, 15 pounds or so. He just looks weirdly small. Especially next to Chris Jericho, who's not the biggest guy in the fucking world. But yeah, match is fine. Lion Tamer was awesome as per usual. Promo, I was shocked we didn't get Chris Jericho promo early in the night, so I wasn't that shocked when he picked up the microphone. And I thought he was good. Much like the Painmaker, I don't. Lionheart, really? It was 56 years ago. Who gives a fuck? And I'm here for the match. I gotta be honest. Nah. Lionheart was dope. Do you think he adjusted his like the last member of the dungeon to the last member of Stu Hart's dungeon because everybody pointed out that he's not even close to the last member of the dungeon?
Yeah, I think that's why he said the last survivor of Stu Hart's dungeon, because I know there was people like, well, Natalia and TJ Wilson, they graduated from the dungeon. Well, they didn't learn from Stu Hart, so Jericho was like, let me correct myself.
Yeah, fair enough.
And yes, Annika Moxley is like, he's in the BCC. He'll be all right for 15 seconds.
Absolutely. Moxley taking the long way around. Jesus, sir. My neck and my back.
My neck and my back. All right. Let us know in the live chat. Last call for super chat donations, and let us know thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, thumbs down for this edition of AEW Dynamite. Out of 10, what did you give the show? Match of the night, MVP and LVP. Let's start with our thumbs in the middle, Jimmy, for the August 3rd, 2022 edition of AEW Dynamite in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up across the board, unanimous on that one. Jimmy, what did you give it out of 10?
7.5.
I went the same. We're actually in agreement here. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10 for this edition. This was a solid to very good maintenance show. If you view it as a maintenance show in between two specials, it was solid for what it needed to be.
In between two specials. If you have a show in between two specials, then how are they special? That's kind of what the word means.
Special on Dynamite. Everything's special. Who is your LVP, Jimmy?
Matt Hardy. Good Lord. Sorry. When they were young guys, you could just say, well, they're young. They're supposed to be this. Christian's your age. Why does he move faster, look better? What the fuck's going on, sir?
I went with the Ass Boys and Matt Hardy.
Wow.
They got put in trash.
Lost a foot?
They got put in trash.
Oh, Romeo said he got foot evidence. I want to see this.
Okay.
They show him landing on his foot, though. Oh. No. Oh.
That's not landing on his foot. That's not the
garbage.
dumpster landing on his foot. You did see things. You literally just all this words distract from the point that it didn't land on his foot. That's not video evidence that it landed on his foot. That's video evidence that his foot was out at this point. That's about it. I love you tried so hard and proved nothing.
Whose foot was that? Do we know? Huh? Whose foot that was?
Probably, and no, it's probably not Austin because he had on the Duke the Dumpster Drosy overall. So maybe it was Colton.
Damn, that's a shame. You're the one with talent. Also, gonna afford foot. Afford his fucking
who you got? Who you got as MVP?
Jesus. I'm gonna go with Jamie Hayter. I'm gonna go with Jamie Hayter. God, now it's been delicious, but for fucking carrying that match and for getting a title shot, for saving this division.
I'm going with the members of the Undisputed Elite and the OG Elite. Everyone in that segment gets MVP for me, co-MVP for Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Hangman Adam Page, and the Young Bucks. Love that segment. Match of the night, Jimmy.
First of all, I'm sorry. You know what? Fuck it. Film Nation, sorry. I may be misunderstanding. I just want to make sure I'm reading you correctly, sir. I'm not here for January 6th because what happens there stays there, should never be touched and never be talked about again. Sir, that's not how these things work. Nor should they ever work that way. You can't just be like, well, that was fucked up, but you know what? Let's move on and heal. That's not how these things worked. Remember the Holocaust. Remember slavery. Remember 9/11. Remember awful shit that fucking happens. What's the matter with you? He mad at somebody like, I was in Vietnam. Well, to be fair, let's move on. We don't need to talk about that stuff ever again. Are you out of your fucking mind? No, you want to say you don't want to talk about it in wrestling. Fair enough. It's wrestling, this. But ever again, what the fuck is wrong with you? What was the question?
Match of the night.
Oh, tag team match, women's tag.
I love that. You got to thank you. See, people thank you. I agree. You're unanimous on that one. The women's match was fantastic. That was the best women's match that they've put on Dynamite in quite some time. Definitely enjoy it. So, yes, if you're watching this on demand, let us know in the comments down below what you thought about the August 3rd, 2022 edition of AEW Dynamite. We got another super chat donation from the good brother Kid Get Money. Thank you so much for that one. And he says, I'm going to miss my favorite jobber faction team tags. Hopefully they all split into main eventers like the Shield did. I think in the future, Hook is going to be a main eventer. Ricky Starks already feels like a main eventer. And Powerhouse Hobbs, if he stays on his trajectory, he's going to be fine.
Chair, relax. Stop fucking making excuses for Rampage in our ratings dead zone. They weren't in the ratings dead zone when they did 1 point, whatever the fuck when Punk came in. They were in the ratings dead zone when they did Hangman versus Adam Cole. Don't do that. Don't do that, Skip Bayless. You put out garbage, you get garbage ratings. That's how that works. Don't do it. Don't do it.
There you go. He had his comment featured. That's what he wanted. Jimmy, thank you so much for another edition of AEWramble. Please let the people know where they can find you on social media and what you got going on your channel and your comic book.
At Twitter, on Twitter rather, at Jimmy Macram. We're close to 1,000, I think. Now that I actually started using it.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know what the number is, but it's somewhere around there. Where I shit on people because it's fun. I gotta be honest. It's my new favorite. It's been around for forever, but it's my now favorite social media site. Same thing on Instagram, same thing on YouTube, and JimmyMacram.com.
Yes. We got 32 people watching. All 32 of you need to follow Jimmy on Twitter if you haven't already. He's like 22 followers away from 1,000.
I can't say you'll like what you hear or read, rather, but I use it.
He's 22 away. Follow Jimmy on the Twitter machine. And of course, JimmyMacram.com, right?
Yes, sir. For Ascension Comic Book #2, digital or physical copies.
Absolutely. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHeelSP3. Follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TrueHeelHeat. Patreon.com/TrueHeelHeat. Later today, we're going to have up our the People versus GCW, as well as Black Label Pro. The Gang Crosses the Line review from StarCast 5 weekend. Last weekend, I did a review of those two shows. That's going to be up on the channel on the Patreon later today. Also, ProWrestlingTees.com/True Heels for your True Heel Heat merchandise. Great time to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. Later tonight, we got...
Oh, shit. Sorry. Brittany Griner got 9 years.
Oh, shit. Breaking news. Brittany Griner, 9 years in jail?
Yes. In a Russian fucking gulag. Goddamn. Hey, free Brittany Griner. That's number one. I'm all for people paying a stupid tax, but that is too high of a tax. Number one. And number two, maybe if she keeps praying, God will come get her. Just a thought. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's over the top.
And look at that. CM congratulated you. Like, wait, was it only 4 disclaimers? We did it, Joe. Whoa, congratulations, Jimmy. See? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See? People love you. People love you. People want me to drop the beat on you. I won't do it. Won't do it. Follow, yes, subscribe to the channel later tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We got Blunt Impact number 88, hosted by Nets. He'll be joined by someone to watch Impact on Access TV. Then after that, we go live on the True Heel Heat Sports YouTube channel for True Heel Heat Sports number 11 for AFC North Preview. Romeo will be there. Top Guy JJ, Stat King, and guest from of fans from these teams. We got Jarrett Bailey representing the Steelers coming on, so we'll have a bunch of fun on that one. Check it out. Also,
Bill
True
Cosby
Hill
coming for Deshaun and the Browns.
Jesus, oh my God, man, you almost made it for
The
it.
words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
True Heel Heat Sports number 12 on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern time for UFC Vegas 59. Also, we'll be going live here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel for AEW Battle of the Belts 3. Claudio Castagnoli versus Konosuke Takeshita for the ROH World Championship. Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter for the AEW Women's World Championship. Wardlow versus Jay Lethal for the TNT Championship. Join us for an hour watch along here, hosted by Romeo and the gang. Romeo also hosts our AEW Dynamite watch along, but I'll be doing the titles from now on for AEW for Elite Heat number 12 from last night. Check that out for the reactions from last night's Dynamite. Elite Heat number 13 next Wednesday, as they're going to be watching the Quake by the Lake with Lionheart Chris Jericho versus Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship. Andrade and Roosh versus the Lucha Bros. Darby Allen versus Brody King in a coffin match. So join us live 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. But of course, this Saturday, 11:05 a.m. Eastern time, True Hill. Oh no, actually special time, 10:05 a.m. Eastern time, True Hill Heat 187. It'll be the core 3 hosts, myself, Miss Chrissy Love, and Top Guy JJ, talking about all the fallout from SummerSlam weekend, the returns of Bayley, the return of Io Shirai, Dakota Kai, their new stable. We'll be talking about all the stuff from SummerSlam, Brock lifting a goddamn ring with a tractor, Ric Flair's last match, and everything that's going down with AEW, Impact Wrestling, New Japan, and more. True Hill Heat 187 at 10:05 a.m. Eastern time this Saturday, but we got some content for tomorrow. Ric Flair's last match review, hosted by me, breaking down all the action from Ric Flair's last match event. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for joining me. For Jimmy Macram, it is me, the new media Forbidden Door, SP3. This has been AEWramble, episode 54, Undisputed Betrayal. We are signing off until next time.